Hey everyone, so today we're talking about mobile ordering. And yeah, I know you've probably used it to grab a coffee or maybe a quick lunch, but I want you to think bigger. This isn't just about skipping the line, it's a massive battle for your wallet. And the tech behind it is literally changing the entire restaurant business from the ground up. But let's start with a really basic question. Is the mobile ordering you're used to actually convenient? I mean, really think about it. You have to find the right app, download it, create a whole new account, punch in your credit card details. It's a lot of work, right? Especially for just one burger. Well, we're about to look at a system that makes all of that feel like it's from the Stone Age. So here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll start with what you know, the typical model we see in Japan. Then we'll see what next level ordering looks like in China. We'll get into the business strategy, check out some wild case studies, uncover the secret sauce called super apps, and then figure out what this means for the future. Okay, so first up, the order you know. We're using the current system in Japan as our baseline because it's a perfect example of the experience most of us have. And right off the bat, you can see the huge gap between these two models. The Japanese model often makes you download a separate app for every single store, and sometimes you even have to be in the store to use it. The Chinese model? Nope. You can order from literally anywhere, and you don't have to install a thing. You know, it all comes down to one word: friction. For someone who maybe just wants to try a place once, the hassle of downloading an app, making yet another password you'll forget, and typing in your credit card, it's just not worth it. You might as well just get in line. All right, now let's flip the script. Let's take a look at a far more mature, way more streamlined system in China. This is where it gets interesting. So over there, it basically splits into two amazing options. First, you've got in-store ordering. You just sit down, scan a QR code on the table, the whole menu pops up on your phone, you tap what you want, and you pay. Done. But the real revolution is the out-of-store ordering. You can order from your desk at work or on the bus home, and your food is hot and ready the second you walk through the door. And this isn't some tiny niche thing. Get this, as far back as 2018, 1 in 4 people in a city like Shanghai was already using mobile ordering. Today, it's just how you get food. It's completely normal. But here's the thing, this isn't just about making things easy for you and me. There are some incredibly powerful business reasons that are pushing this whole change. So why are companies all in on this? It really boils down to 3 huge wins for them. 1, they slash their labor costs. 2, they create this amazing frictionless experience that makes you want to come back. And 3, they get a treasure trove of data about what you like to order and when. And let's talk about those labor costs for a second, because the numbers are pretty wild. In a traditional restaurant, the staff spends almost 14 minutes of their time on each table, taking the order, repeating it back, running the payment, all that stuff. With mobile ordering, that time gets slashed to just over 8 minutes. All the staff really has to do is seat you and bring out your food. Think about that. That's a massive efficiency boost, and it lets the team focus on actual service instead of just being human cash registers. Okay, so we've talked theory, but let's look at how this plays out in the real world. I've got 2 incredible stories for you that show just how powerful this tech is: Luckin Coffee and Heytay. Let's start with Luckin Coffee, because this timeline is just insane. They went from just 2 stores to over 4,500 and overtook Starbucks in China in less than 2 years. I mean, how on earth is that even possible? Well, their entire company was built on mobile ordering. They got rid of cashiers, made most of their stores tiny little pickup spots, and just gutted their operating costs. And here's the genius part. They took all that money they saved and poured it right back into their coffee beans. It let their CEO go on record and say with a straight face, "We use better beans than Starbucks." Okay, now for a totally different kind of problem. You know how a long line can be a good thing, right? It's like free advertising that something's awesome. But when does that line get so long that it actually starts to hurt your business? That's exactly what was happening to Hey Tea, this super popular tea shop where people would wait for hours. The hype was huge, but nobody wants to wait that long twice. So what did they do? They rolled out a mobile ordering system to let people just skip the line. And the result? Bam, they tripled their rate of repeat customers, just like that. So you're probably wondering, what's the magic here? What's the secret engine that makes this whole experience so smooth? How can you order from all these places without your phone being cluttered with 100 apps? The answer is the Super App. And the key piece of tech is called a mini program. The best way to think about it is like a tiny little app that lives inside a much bigger app you already have and trust, like WeChat. or Alipay. You never have to go to an app store. You never have to download anything. It just works.
And this right here shows you the night and day difference. The old app model is like having a giant messy keychain with a separate key for every single restaurant. It's a pain. The super app model is like having one master key. Because you're already logged in, the app already knows who you are and how you want to pay. The whole process goes from 5 annoying steps down to just 2 easy taps.
So let's bring it all home. What does all of this mean for the future of ordering, not just in Japan, but everywhere?
Right now, the biggest hurdle is that messy keychain problem we just talked about, that fragmented ecosystem. For mobile ordering to really take off, it can't be spread across dozens of clunky individual apps. The real race now is to see which big platform, maybe a payment app like PayPay or a chat app like Line, can become the one super app to rule them all.
And that really brings us to the final question I want to leave you with. Pull out your own phone for a second and look at your home screen. This whole battle isn't really about your lunch order. It's about which one of those apps is going to win the race to become the master key for your entire digital life. Which one do you think is going to win?